Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Joe, and this is my channel, Eager Expat. I've did 1,000 videos. I didn't even realize. I just looked up and I hit 1,000. I'm gonna guess 50 or 60 of those were down in Baja. I lived in San Diego most of my life, but now I'm over in Bangkok. I've been retired about 3 years now, and I'm just running around the streets. I've been here many times, but now living here full time, I'm out exploring and doing little street tours of every little section of town. That's what my channel's really about. I'll oftentimes show hanging out with buddies or my girlfriend at different spots around town. But for now, I'm going to start these compilation videos. This one is going to be Sukhumvit Soi 1, 2, part of 3, part of 7, and part of 5, I guess. Okay, everything except Soi 4, that'll be its own monster. I'll put links in the video description for as many Soi 1, Soi 2 videos that I have, or on the top of my channel, there's a search bar. You can just plug in anything you want, and I've probably did it. I've been asked so many times for, do I have Chinatown videos, or I should make a Chinatown video, and then I'll send them a link for 3 or 4 videos I've already did. So I'm going to put these together and just give you a fast peek at it. If you're interested in seeing more, well, you can click down and watch the entire video. They're usually longer videos. I can't show a half-mile street, every little hotel and bar, and on in a 10-minute video. So yeah, if you want to take a deeper dive, click on down in the video description. I'm not sure if you watch a TV. I think you need to scroll down and click on, what is it called? See more? Something like that. And it'll pop up with the video description, and hopefully it's clickable. So let's see how this goes. I'm just having a little fun, and maybe down the line, Sukhumvit's just such a popular street that I've did from Soi 1 all the way to Soi 101 here in Bangkok anyhow. And so I'll start with that, and then maybe I'll do some good places to go get a drink compilation, and we'll go from there. So I appreciate you watching. So this is Soi 1, Sukhumvit Soi 1 in Bumrungrad Private Hospital, one of the finer hospitals in Southeast Asia. I'm lucky they take my Blue Cross federal insurance as a preferred provider. They do direct billing, and I just pay the copays. This is the little back alley behind the hospital. It's also Soi 1. You'll learn fast there are sometimes 3 streets, and they're all Soi 12 or Soi 23. Soi 1 has 2. So going off in this direction, there's a couple of hotels back there. I believe there's a Hyatt Place and maybe a Best Western and some smaller inns. If you walk down the way, and let me try to find it in the video here, you can catch the water taxi to kind of zoom around Thailand. I know you can take it off towards Lat Phrao in the Bangkok area and in the other direction. Not really sure where the end of the line is. I know it does not go directly to the Chao Phraya River, but it goes pretty close to Khao San Road. And here's a little peek at the water taxi pier. They're doing a little construction, but you can catch it. I don't remember. I think you need to go to the other side. In fact, yeah, you need to go over to the other side of the canal, but down the way there you can see that bridge, and the pier's right below. That's looking off in the direction of a sulk. Water taxi is a good, affordable way to zoom around town. If you went off in this direction, you could go up towards Central World Mall and the Pratanam Market, night market. It's a fun area. Here's an example of what the water taxi looks like. And there's all kinds of little side sois. This is one. It's still a Soi 1, so this is the third little finger. This kind of butts up against the highway, so maybe it's a little noisy. But there's a couple of small hotels, and I think this is an apartment complex. I'm not positive. That big building straight ahead, that is the Plon Chit BTS. So you're actually closer to that stop than walking down to the Nana BTS. Most people will consider Bumrungrad, it's in the Nana, but it's closer to Plon Chit BTS. And here's the Hyatt Place right there on Soi 1. I'm a big fan of the Hyatt Place. The one on Sukhumvit Soi 24 I'd say that's one of my favorite hotels in town for what you get for the money, or better yet, it's a category 1. So 3,500 to 5,000 points, depending on the season and availability. That's a heck of a deal for those really nice Hyatt places. And then walking back towards Sukhumvit, just some 7-Elevens and things on the right. You're going to find food stands, food stalls like this anywhere in Thailand. And just go up the ways, a 5-minute walk, and you'll be at Sukhumvit. And to the right, again, that big building off in the distance. Go off to the right there and you're at Plonchit BTS. Up here, that larger building on the right, I think it's one of the parking structures for Bumrungrad, I think. It might be a medical building. There's also an art gallery on this street, but I believe it's for higher-end art for purchase. I don't know what that is. That a Jaguar? Yeah, I don't know what that is back there. I always wander back and take a look on these little things just to make sure there's not some little bar or coffee shop tucked away. Now, up a 2 or 3 minute walk on the right, that is where you'll find that Muay Thai Academy. And right there where those pylons off are, right to the back there is the Muay Thai school. And you can see Sukhumvit at the end of the road there, and the BTS tracks above. Off on the right are just some places to eat. There's I think it's a Fat Brothers chain. It's really good for chicken and beef on a stick, pork. I'm not a huge street food guy. I'll eat it, but places like this, Fat Bro, it's pretty much the same price, and they're just cooking it up nice in the kitchen, so I kind of lean towards that way. There's also a shoe cobbler off to the right here, right at Sukhumvit, and a clock repair place, old school. So there's the shoe guy. And that's it. You're back on Sukhumvit. So that's a look at Soi 1. If I were to, I don't know what I'm doing there. I'm showing you not to trip on the curbs maybe. But if you were to go up here and take a right, just in a couple of minutes, you'd be down at the Plonchit BTS. All right, let's go over and take a look at Sukhumvit Soi 2, which is directly across the street. Like in most cities, you're going to have the odd side. So this is Soi 1. The next street up in this direction on this side of the street would be Soi 3. On the other side, Soi 2, 4, 6, etc. So this is Sukhumvit Soi 2, and I'm walking out of my dentist, the Bangkok International Dental Hospital. It's probably 20 or 25% more than some of the smaller offices around town, but it's a real professional setup. I like it. I was recommended there by a few folks that work at the Australian Embassy, and yeah, I've been going ever since. So check it out. They don't accept too many U.S. insurance policies, so I just pay cash, but it's all fairly affordable. I think it was like $40 to get my teeth cleaned, and $100 if you need to do a cleaning and x-rays every couple of years. Now, the street dead ends down this way. I'll go ahead and take you down there. There's some kind of church, maybe a Calvary church. I can't remember. And off on the left there is an interesting apartment building. You can cut through and go over to the busy Soi 4 with all its craziness and the Nana Plaza. One consideration, if you lived on the right side of the street here on one of the upper floors, you might catch some of the 2 or 3 in the morning thumping from over there in the Soi 4 area. And like I say, I go into much more detail walking up the street and pointing everything out. These are just giving you a quick look. If you then want to go back, I'll probably list 2 or 3 Soi 2 videos, and you can take a hard look at the street. I like it. In fact, this video is called something along the lines of a quiet area right in busy Nana area. And it is. It's a quieter street. Again, you're going to catch a little bit of noise from Soi 4, but just a short walk away, it's nice and mellow over here on Soi 2. And there's a bunch of 6- and 8-story buildings. I'm trying to remember where I'm at here. Yeah, okay, so I think we're heading off towards, we're heading back towards that church in the back. And I'll skip up and see what the name of that apartment building. I stayed in there, Airbnb, probably 2014 or something. It was okay, just kind of a big serviced apartment, older type furniture and all, but fairly affordable. And I guess if you stayed over here on this right side, it'd be fine. On the left side, there is a little bit of Soi 4 action coming and going. That's it right there, the Lohas Resort. I know you can go through that lobby and you'll be over in Soi 4. So it's nice to have those little shortcuts. And I don't think I walked all the way back there. I didn't on this video, but I'm 99% sure it's a Calvary or Calvary Baptist type church. Now, this is looking down. That's where it dead ends, right there at the church. That's looking in the direction of Sukhumvit, and Soi 3 and Bumrungrad would be directly on the other side of the road. Maybe if a train comes by, you'll be able to tell where the tracks are, but a nice easy walk from here to Sukhumvit, 5-6 minutes. And you can see there's no real high rises, some 6-8-story buildings. There is a DoubleTree hotel off on the left. That, I'm going to guess, is 20 stories. But it is listed as DoubleTree Plonchette because right on the left side of Sukhumvit Soi 2 is the Plonchette BTS and Plonchette, I think it's road. So I think a lot of the addresses, even for my dentist there, they're not Soi 2 addresses. This is their back entrance to get onto Soi 2. I check in here. Bunch of little hotels. Yeah, I like this street. I like it a lot. That is the Conrad Hotel over on Soi Room Rudy, the same street you'll find Plonchette BTS. So from here, I would probably walk up to Plonchette rather than the Nana BTS. I guess it's Nana BTS is between Soi 6 and Soi 8. I would go to Plonchette. And coming up on the left, here's the DoubleTree Plonchette. Yeah, you got a bunch of Hilton points. You're going to get a better redemption at a DoubleTree. On my street, Sukhumvit Soi 26, there's also a DoubleTree. I'm not sure. Sometimes one is less points or a different category than another. And walking straight up the way on the right will be the beautiful JW Marriott 5-star hotel and a beautiful buffet. It's going to cost you, if you do the weekend seafood buffet, 80, close to $100. There are some coupons you can find. There's Eat I Go, just capital or Eat, capital I, and G-O. Put that app on your phone and it'll give you 30, 40, 50% discounts on many of the buffets around town. Oftentimes you'll have to go at 9 o'clock and the buffet closes at 10, but sometimes you get lucky on a Tuesday, Wednesday, say, and you might get a 40% or 50% off at 7 p.m. Now this is coming back to Sukhumvit, and I should point the camera off to the left. There's a office building, right here, but it has, I'm forgetting the market. I can't see it. It's either I think it's a Tops Market down in the basement. I believe there's a McDonald's there and a Starbucks. You can see it more in the video. And here is the JW Marriott. If you were to walk to the right, just a short distance, you'd be at the crazy Sukhumvit Soi 4 in the Nana Plaza Entertainment District. And this set of stairs on the left there, right here, that'll take you safely up and over to the Soi 1 side of Sukhumvit Road. You really don't want to run across that road. And I made so many videos, I thought, okay, I'd labeled this video Soi 3, 5, and 7, and I started at 7, went to 5, went to 3. So you'll have to give me a little bit of a break. I'll put up a couple of Soi 3s, and if a little bit of 5 or 7 pops in there, I've made 1,000 videos. I can't remember everything I did, but there's an example of a guy going the wrong way on a one-way street. So this is busy Sukhumvit Soi 3. It's kind of a more industrial street. The Republic of Pakistan embassy there. The Japanese ambassador's residence is about a half mile down here on the right. There's a couple of hotels. This is the beginning of what they call Little Arabia. You'll find a ton of Arabic food and Ethiopian food and all kinds of things. I made a joke one time. There's all these, I'll call them more Middle Eastern barbershops where everybody's trimming up the super bushy mustache and getting the Saddam haircut. Every single haircut looks exactly the same. But there's all kinds of cool tea shops, and if you've gone in the Navy to different Middle Eastern places, you can have perfumes made up. You'll be able to do this in this area. It looks like bark to me, but it's some kind of essence, and I don't know, will make you a gallon of poison perfume. Across the way here, different just Arabic food. Now there's some little cool alleys. This is coming off of Soi 3 over towards Soi 5 and 5 and no, Soi 3.5 I think is up here on the right, and then there's Soi 5 and 5.5. Again, it's very Middle Eastern. You're not going to find a lot of bars here, but there's some cool spots to hang out and smoke the water pipe, hookah, whatever it's called, and kick back and have tea. And again, it's like just a little slice of the Middle East right here in Bangkok. Everybody's welcome. But straight ahead is Gulliver's Tavern. So I guess that is on Sukhumvit Soi 5. So that's the only bar that I know of in this area, but I'm no expert. You can see it's all just different businesses, barbers, travel agents that help these folks get back and forth to the Middle East. A lot of gold shops. And this is popping out on Sukhumvit Soi 5. That's Gulliver's straight ahead. There's also Gulliver's in Pattaya. Real nice place. My good buddy Andy, he loves Gulliver's. All kinds of games going. And sorry about that. If my phone clicked, I just got a text. Now this is looking off towards Sukhumvit, and behind me is a bunch of hotels. They'll have names like the Iraqi Hotel and all. There's a 24-hour food land off to the right here with kind of a famous, I think it's a 99 baht breakfast. Spend the extra 100 baht, and many of the Irish pubs will just give you a huge plate of food for 200 baht. But this is a real interesting area. Up ahead is a place called Hafid's. I think it's under the Grand Avenue Hotel. That's one of my favorite spots to get the Arabic naan-type bread. And there's the food land off to the right. 24 hours. There's a hotel off to the left. A bunch of hotels in this area. I've said it 5 times now. This is the Middle Eastern section of town, so there's going to be just a lot of those tourists hanging around. I don't know. Maybe there's call to prayer, sirens, or whatever you want to call them. That's Hafid's right there. So get your kebabs and all, but the bread is just delicious. And I started out of order on this video because it was out of order. So now we're up to Soi 7. This is the beer garden right below. You can see the BTS tracks on Sukhumvit straight ahead in the direction of the tuk-tuk there. But it's kind of a nice mellow street. The Park Hotel. There's some kind of older, mellow, low-rise buildings down the way on the left here. It's still going to come at a bit of a premium. Nana, Asok, they're just so centrally located that the apartments and condos can cost some real cash. I don't know exact prices. I think this is an apartment complex, and I looked in there at a 1-bedroom, or I saw it listed anyhow for, I think it was 50,000 baht or something. So if it's a large size, it's going to cost some cash. And Soi 7 isn't very long. Here's another apartment complex. It dead ends down the way, and there's a little connection to get over to Soi 5. You can see the larger buildings off in the distance there. They're more on the big Pechenberry Road. And there's a couple of grand hotels, I think. They're kind of popular in that area. It's a nice area. It's a nice area, but yeah, it's not quite as expat friendly, I guess, as say Phrom Phong. There's more visitors in that area, and all the Middle Eastern folks and those kind of restaurants. And as you're walking around Bangkok, you'll find these fortified homes. Sometimes they're flying colors, so you'll know, oh, this is German something or another consulate. Sometimes they're not, keeping a little bit of a lower profile. But that right there is kind of the telltale signs of somebody's got a little headquarters back there, and they're not interested in letting you come in. It just is what it is. It's capital city, and you'll just be wandering down the street and run into the Consulate of Monaco or the Japanese ambassador's residence. I still haven't figured this building out, but it's official like. Now, maybe it's listed on Google Maps, but yeah, I don't really care. So here off to the right, the Avatar Suites, and then there's a little right straight ahead. It's just a little horseshoe with a couple of small hotels and buildings. And then off on my left shoulder here is the connection to go over towards the end of Soi 5, right there. So where that, in the direction that car is going, that's Soi 5. No, I'm sorry. This direction is Soi 5. He was going towards Sukhumvit. Just a couple of private homes here on the right, and at the end of the way there, you're on Sukhumvit Soi 5. Hey, so there you go. Thanks for watching my first little compilation of what we do. Soi 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7. We'll do Soi 4 for another day. That's its own monster. This is the end of Soi 5 here. And again, if you want to watch the full video, check out the whole area. I'll put some more examples down in the video description. I'm sure I have more than one of Soi 1 and 2, so I'll just throw it all down there. And like I say, if this is an area you're interested in, take a hard look. And I'll be out making fresh videos every day, so I appreciate you watching. More to come soon. You take it easy, and we'll see you really soon.